As graduation day approaches, many seniors still aren't sure what to expect, but the answers to your questions are easier to find than you might think. On Wednesday, various campus organizations hosted a Commencement Information Day. Graduating students headed to the Great Hall to do everything from purchase their caps and gowns to register for an alumni email account. Senior marshals were also on hand to help students make sure graduation day is a success. If you missed today's information fair, you can get your questions answered by following the link on our website, carolinaweek.org.
The 5-hour ride from UNC to DC makes our nation's capital a hub for recent graduates. Reporter Katie Klein joins us live to tell us about the pipeline from Chapel Hill to Washington, D.C. Katie?
Alex, with only 53 days left until graduation, many seniors still don't know where they'll be next year. But I talked to 2 UNC grads who were in the same position last year, and now they're building their careers in Washington, D.C.
The nation's capital, a hectic city, and a hotspot for Carolina grads. Washington, D.C. has approximately 10,000 UNC alums walking its streets every day.
This city, as big as it is really, you bump into a lot more people than you realize.
Adrian Raley works in a congressional office and Tom Merrihew at a large law firm. Both were facing graduation this time last year, and like many seniors, didn't know where they'd be a year out.
Partly was luck. Being in the right place at the right time, especially on the Hill, is really important.
Raley says it's everything from the political climate to its fast-paced culture that attracts many UNC grads to D.C.
Anything you want to do, I think D.C. has it.
With so many Tar Heels in one city, the alumni network is large and valuable.
Wherever you are, the sky is always Carolina blue.
General Alumni Association organizer Anita Walton says the mission is to keep alumni informed and involved.
The network is not just about who you meet, but it's also about who they know and what information they can share.
Merrihew says his UNC education was another great advantage.
It's amazing how many courses I took and at the time thought, I don't know if I'd use this, and now I'm using it every day.
And for seniors about to step into the world, diploma in hand, he offers some advice.
You shouldn't be nervous or scared, just be prepared to experience some different things and try some different career paths, and you'll eventually find what you're best at and what makes you happy.
And Alex, there's GAA groups across the country and across the world. To find out more about events and locations, you can visit our website at carolinaweek.org.
Katie Klein reporting live. Thanks, Katie. Have you ever been told not to use your cell phone in a hospital? Well, a recent study shows hospital cell phone bans might be unnecessary. The Mayo Clinic tested the use of cell phones near 192 medical devices. Researchers found no interference with the equipment when the phones were in use. Currently, UNC hospitals allow cell phones only in the lobby and outside the building. Dental hygiene student Helen Birch says lifting the ban on cell phone usage could benefit both employees and hospital patients.
Where you don't have adequate access to having people around you, you're trying to find people or find help, it'd be a definite bonus to just have your cell phone on you and be able to call, whether it's personal or in a hospital setting.
Results from the study also indicated that portable CD devices can skew heart monitor results.
Well, nicotine patches might become a thing of the past. New research shows quitting smoking could be as easy as a walk in the park. The studies found that moderate exercise, such as walking or resistance training, helps curb nicotine cravings. Some researchers say exercise helps because it acts as a distraction from smoking. Others say it helps produce the mood-enhancing hormone dopamine, which can temporarily decrease the body's dependence on nicotine. Senior Jessica Walker is trying to quit smoking, and she says when she wants a cigarette, exercise has always seemed to help.
Oh, I've never seen any studies like that, but it kind of makes sense because when I'm exercising more, I want cigarettes a lot less.
The studies did not look at whether exercise helps a smoker quit long term, but in the short term, moderate exercise was just as effective as a nicotine patch for curbing cravings.
Recent cases of the avian flu overseas have public health officials concerned. The virus has yet to reach the U.S., but local farmers are still monitoring the spread of the disease. Johnny O joins us live in the studio with the details. Johnny?
Alex, Department of Agriculture officials say there's no indication the disease has reached our state, but they want to prepare for the worst while hoping for the best. Eflin farmer Ben Bergman is keeping a cool head despite reports from the World Organization for Animal Health that avian flu has spread among wild birds and poultry in Europe and Asia.
I'm concerned. I'll admit I don't lose sleep over it, in that I think it would be a very, very rare chance event for it to show up certainly on this farm or in the proximity of this farm.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says the H5N1 strain of avian flu can wipe out an entire flock of birds in 48 hours. Infected birds contaminate dirt, water, and feed. Dr. Mary Ann McBride says the virus spreads easily among birds and in rare cases can infect humans.
Only 250 people in the world have become infected with it. If you compare that with just the regular old garden variety human influenza, we typically have 1,000 North Carolinians die every year from the regular old garden variety flu.
Avian specialist Dr. Sarah Mason says an avian flu outbreak could have a huge impact on poultry, but says the industry is ready.
Companies are very aware of biosecurity risks if they allow traffic in and out. So poultry companies really have been operating for many years under a disease prevention program.
State officials say poultry is still safe to eat as long as it's well cooked.
Johnny O reporting live from the newsroom. Thanks, Johnny.
We're now joined by weathercaster Laura Pagano. Hi, Laura.
Hi.
So the temperatures the past few days have just been up and down and up and down. I don't know whether to wear a t-shirt or a jacket. What's going on?
Me either. And that is very, very true. And I'll let you know what's going to be happening in the next couple of days. But the weather has been up and down in the past week. But today, it was nice enough for construction crews to do some work. Will the cold weather be swept away? I'll let you know when we come back.